Hi friends, I'm going to show the difference between the normal process that I do the research by myself versus the new research process. I do research with the research AI, which is called Wondrful AI, the tool that I developed with my tech co-founder. And I'll hopefully give you a very clear understanding and differences between what's the pros and cons between two processes and the time that we use for two processes. And also hopefully give you a very good understanding of how the Wondrful AI works to help you out for any of your research process. So let's dive in. Hello, I'm going to show you how I do research without any tooling, only by myself. Usually how I would start the process is I would have to define a goal for myself. What am I looking for? So the goal here is to familiarize with myself, with the future automotive industry. And so I have listed down several questions in my mind, what type of information and insight I want to extract from different online research and sources. And so if I'm able to answer all these questions, pretty much I'm very good at the holistic point of view about the car industry already, or automotive industry. And so I'm going to tackle and answer my question one by one. Usually I will go to a very trusted source, trusted organization that almost like a consultancy firm like KPMG, Deloitte, or PwC, who is really good at producing and research and doing survey about the entire industry vertical. So I went to their website, looked at very relevant report. This is one of the reports, PwC talking about the 5 trends of the automotive industry, KPMG talking about the foreseeing the dramatic changes, right, in the automotive industry, right, similar to for Deloitte as well. This is a United Nations development program. So I believe those information, they look very relevant to my research goal about the future of the industry when I skimming through it. So what I want to do is I want to answer the question one by one by myself. And this is how I usually do it. I would go through every single document, use Command F, find a very similar relevant keyword. If unsuccessful, I will go to table of content to look for any similar concept related to my question and try to jot down the note here. And so essentially I can form a one-pager to have all the keynote and insight by reading reading all the reports that I have downloaded by myself for myself. So now I'm going to work on it. Okay, now it's already passing like 9 minutes. I want to take a pause here, see what's the progress. So far, I think I get to answer my question, like 2 questions, the first 2 questions. I still have three more questions to go. It's taking 9 minutes. I think for now, I still have quite a lot of puzzle around some of the concepts I want to unlock for myself. What are the key stakeholders? What's the impact of COVID, especially for this question, because I'm only skimming through every single document and try to extract some of the insight and relevant concept into the question. I don't really have time to really understand the meaning, and I'm really not sure whether I'm copying and pasting the right information here. And especially this one is almost like a wall of text again. I still need a lot more time to try to digest it. And so if I'm going to go through all the different questions, especially those the questions are a lot more challenging, I would expect I would spend at least an hour or 2 very, very concentrated in a very quiet environment and just to go through it one by one and with a pretty big cup of tea just to refresh myself. And the next I want to show you the difference of doing it with AI power. Hello. So now I'm going to show you how I do my research with AI power. Again, very similar. I still have my goal of my research project, basically to familiarize myself with the future of automotive industry. Again, I have a few questions to help myself to really understand about the industry. And so, similar process, I will go to only trusted organization like consultancy firm, PwC, Deloitte, to download the report, look at the report about the future of industry. And so, very similar. KPMG published a very similar research about the future trend of the industry. Deloitte, very similar. PwC also very similar. So I believe if I'm able to read all the 4 documents together, I'm able to generate the insight and to answer my question. And so I'm able to really familiarize myself to the knowledge about the future of automotive industry. And so here I'm going to upload the 4 documents into the AI, which is called Wondrful AI, the technology I developed with my tech co-founder. together. So because of time, I already upload 4 documents here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in a question that in my mind and start to ask the AI to look for the information that sits within every single document, right? And try to provide me all the relevant information to answer my question. And so here, I will copy and paste my question one by one into the AI. And it's loading. Usually it takes around 30 seconds to 1 minute to return the response to you. Basically, the AI has to read through every single all the document every single time to answer the question. Okay, so right now we have a lot more answer coming up by the AI. So for example, this one, what are the driver behind? What are the future trends of the automotive industry for car manufacturer according to KPMG survey? What is exactly blah 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 and PwC report? Okay, you know, pretty decent. Let's expand. So once I click the button expand, the AI would have to look for the relevant information here and try to provide me a lot more succinct detail, nitty-gritty details like metrics, years, or names to me, and also evident to me to really provide me a very organized answer. And so I can look at the answer in a more organized and formatted, and also with a lot more evidence. So I can take it for my next step, right? So for any question that I see pretty decent in terms of the output, I can click expand. Driver is okay. Future trend of automotive consumer going to report. Okay. COVID impact, yeah. Okay, so basically for all the questions I asked, 5 questions, I all click the expand button just to look for more details and nitty-gritty information, right, for me. So it will take 30 seconds to 1 minute again. So what it does here is I can take a sip of my cup of tea and just wait. Okay, we already see the results coming up. Okay, so for this question about automotive industry for car manufacturer, after we click the expand, we see a lot more details. Also quoting the source where the details coming from, right? Technological advancement, pressure on core businesses, mobility as a service, PwC report, right? PwC report, right? Yeah, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, so basically, this is almost a pretty good answer that if I would have to read it by myself, this is the best format I can come up with. Maybe a lot more detail, a lot more nitty-gritty, but for sure I will still have wasting a lot of time to just compose and try to categorize all the information I have. So I'm going to copy and paste the entire answer to my question here. So the goal here is to form a one-pager for myself by answering all these questions in speed. Yeah, so let's take a look at another question. What are key stakeholder and the role in supply chain? Okay, pretty good. An overview of the key stakeholder and then explain one by one. Lovely. Again, copy and paste. But I'm not saying we will have to copy and paste the answer from the AI, right? What I'm going to do here is to try to form a one-pager to educate myself. So it's different. I would never copy and paste the answer provided by AI for any of my research work. What are all driver future trend automotive industry? Okay, so I kind of change conversation pretty good. Okay. What are the future trend of automotive for consumer? Okay, this one, the AI is unable to extract relevant insight. So even I click expand, it's so hard for AI to generate answer. And because we set a very strict limit for the AI not to bullshit, not to BS, or not to produce any creative answer based on the AI's own database, train the database, right? So we can only allow to answer the question based on the document you upload here. So in this case, it's unable to answer your question. But what I would do next is basically to twist the question I have multiple times and put to the question box and click ask question button again and see whether the AI is able to answer me more relevant answer after twisting my question or paraphrase the question several times. Because of time, I'm going to forego this question. The impact of COVID, right? Supply chain, okay, collapse of the demand, pretty good. Okay. Yeah, so if you look at this document, just try to get myself really understand about the topic. Here, what are the key stakeholder? Very clear, well formatted. And he also mentioned about the source as well. The impact of COVID, right? Again, very well formatted, very easy to understand. And now it's almost like a experience I never had before when I'm doing the research. Usually I spend an hour or two just to get myself familiarized with several documents, sifting through, doing all the command F. Here, I just pasting all the answer, and it automatically would point you about the source, where the information come from, what are the key data, right? And just try to format it very well for you as well. And so here, if I can pretty much get myself started with the concept, and I can move forward to the next step. And so for my next step, I'm going to do a lot more detailed research study. with a lot more different documents, like literature review or different reports from other organizations. I'm going to do the same. Sourcing very relevant information, right, from trusted organization and load it all up to the wonderful AI and start to ask different questions and let the AI do the heavy lifting for me, understand and try to extract relevant information from all the other documents for myself. And so now we're only taking like 10 minutes to record the whole video. It's almost done for my entire small research project. Hope you like the video. Hope you like how Wondrful AI works for your research process. I believe you can at least triple your research speed, and I'm happy to be proven wrong. Just let me know if you cannot find it useful. I'm always happy to ask further questions and improve the product based upon your insight. Thank you so much. See you next time.